Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Fantasy Hockey Pucks podcast. I'm the host, Ben Rutledge, alongside my co-hosts, Ugam Sandhu and Jake Lloyd. So how you boys doing today?
Pretty good, bit of a tiring day, but coming off starting a bit late, but we're ready to rock the day.
Yeah, just finished one of my midterms. Got another one doing tomorrow.
Yep, all of the midterm tomorrow. It's we're in one. We're going through one right now.
Yeah, busy week.
Yeah, almost done. Thank God. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's get into some hockey news, and there's a lot of rumors as it's that time of season. But before that, Jarmo Kekalainen, general manager of the Columbus Blue Jackets, was fired this morning. We're recording this Thursday, February 15th. Yeah, he was fired this morning. I feel like that's pretty deserving.
Yeah, he was so bad.
They made a lot of questionable
I
moves.
don't know, what was the only good move he made was he around for the Seth Jones trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about it.
He's there for a while.
Yeah,
He's there since like 2013 or 14, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, not many great moves. Very questionable moves.
He lost Panarin and Bobrovsky for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Duchesne. He lost them for nothing. He signed Goudreau as a rebuilding team. The PLD trade was whatever. I actually thought he won that, getting Line and Roslovic.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they've really developed no one. Like I feel like none of their prospects have developed into anything. They've always been a kind of mid team till last year when they actually really bottomed out getting Fantilli. But yeah,
Another one I'll just throw it there. He hired Babcock. No, that was pretty shit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
I feel like that at least for me, that would have been the nail in the coffin, but I guess it'll go a bit longer.
Yeah, but I feel like that's pretty fair. Not too much else need to be said there. Next thing, Sean Couturier was named the next captain of the Philadelphia Flyers. I feel like personally it's kind of a weird time to name it. Like, why mid-season in February do you feel the need to name him your captain now? I don't really understand that, but good for him. I mean, he definitely is the leader of that team.
I wonder if this means you're going for a playoff push here. Trying to revamp leadership.
Yeah.
Where they can make a run at it.
It's a weird time to do it though.
I know.
Mid-season, we could have done it in the beginning.
Yeah, or do it do it in like June. Like
maybe they were thinking of trading him if they were going to do bad, and then they realized they're not, and they're just name him captain, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know the reasoning behind it, but
good for him. I mean, he's definitely deserving of it. But yeah, definitely a weird one there. Next thing, Morgan Riley's suspension is in 5 games. I think that's too high. Touched on this a lot on in the Tuesday episode, so we won't spend too much time on that. But personally, I just think 5 games is too much.
I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's reasonable. I'm interested to see how they do. I mean, they haven't played too bad without him so far.
Yeah, they won. They beat the Blues without him, so
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Luckily, they play some bad teams.
Yeah,
they play Philadelphia. We play Philly tonight. Then Anaheim on Saturday. Then I'm pretty sure we play Arizona on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then so we go through a stretch where we don't have to really play anyone too good. So that's lucky. Next piece of news: Rasmus Ristolainen is out 2 to 3 weeks after undergoing microscopic surgery. Only reason this is relevant, he's been heavily rumored to be traded. Lots of teams been interested, and I believe you can't trade an injured player at the deadline. Or why would a team trade for an injured player? I think is more
value.
That was the reasoning behind Monahan getting traded so early. They didn't want to risk him being injured, and I guess Phillies.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's a sort of big-ish blow for the actual team, but in terms of trade value, that definitely sucks. But I feel like it's almost better. They just need another year because he'll be more valuable next year when he has less term. But that's definitely something to keep in mind nearing trade deadline season. It was announced today that Conrad is back. He will be returning. I don't know whether or not he'll be in the fishbowl or not, but he'll be back tonight against the Penguins. They host Penguins tonight at 8:30. Yeah, I feel like that's good for hockey. Having him back.
Good for hockey.
What's a highlights?
Yeah.
I wonder how that'll affect the Chicago tank because they're pretty good at it right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to be worse than that team.
I feel like even adding one 18-year-old, even no matter how good he is, won't win them too many more games than they should. Next thing, bit of a weird one here. Noel Acciari was added to IR this afternoon with a concussion from the Brendan Dillon hit. Why it took a week for him to be added is not a good look for the Penguins, I feel like. Whether he sustained another hit to the head and then he got placed in IR, or they legitimately just waited a week to add him to IR. Not a good look. I feel like it was a pretty brutal hit. Like I wouldn't necessarily say Dylan was intending to do that to him, but the result was not good. His helmet flew like a mile in the air.
It's pretty bad.
It was like he looked clearly like he had a concussion when it happened, and so not really sure why they waited a week to add him there. But yeah, just a bit of a weird note we wanted to add in there. Now moving on to some rumors. So first, the Avalanche have been reportedly rumored on Jake Allen and Victor Olofsson, reportedly close on Allen, is what I heard this morning. But they've kind of cooled off. We'll pass over Uggam. He's a Habs fan. So what are your thoughts on the Allen rumors?
I mean, sure, the Avs can have him. He's one of the worst goalies I've seen in my life. I mean, last season he was playing well, stealing a couple of wins off, but this season has been piss poor. Pretty sure he played against the Blues where we lost 7-2. It was about like 3 goals led in the first period, another 3 second. It was pretty bad. So I don't think they can get more than maybe like a second or a third for him.
Yeah, probably a third at this point.
Yeah.
Remember the first for Jake Allen stuff going on at the start of the year?
And then he realized he was Jake Allen, and
I think though for the Avs it's a good move. Francouz has been hurt all year, and their backup Annunen has been just awful. He's actually been worse than Allen, and they're forcing Georgiev to play a ton, and he's struggling because of that. So I think that's the right move. And then for Olofsson, what I heard is he's like reportedly just sitting waiting to be traded, so he's going to be traded this deadline. I think that'd be a good pickup for the Avs. He scored 40 goals, I believe. It was quite a few years ago now, but he has a lot of scoring prowess. That's kind of what the Avs like to do. They did it with Johansson, did it kind of with Tatar. They obviously ended up trading away, but they kind of bring in these players who've done it in the past and try and revitalize them. I think that'd be a good move to pick him up, slot him in on the third line, add some much needed depth scoring.
for sure.
Next news, Jordan Eberle and Alexander Venberg are drawing lots of trade interest. I believe they're both UFAs, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure.
I know Eberle is. I don't know about Wenberg, but yeah, Seattle's in a really weird position. I don't know whether or not they're going to go for it or not. I'm pretty sure they're like right around the playoffs. They were out of it, but then they won. They won on like a winning streak, kind of end of January, where they won like 8 of 10, 11 of 15, something like that.
That's such an odd team. Like I'm struggling.
Yeah,
to
they're
figure
both
out
UFAs at the end of this year. So
what kind of phase they're in.
I think it's the right move to sell, try and get some assets back. Like Wenberg and Eberle are not huge losses either way, to be honest. And so to kind of get some more picks back, kind of they have a good prospects pool like Carson Raycov, Jagger Furcus. I like both of them a lot. Raycov really impressed me at the World Juniors, so I think they definitely have a good future. And I think that's the right move. If you were purely speculation, if you were to guess, where's Eberle going?
probably Edmonton. Running
You
back
think?
over there.
Yeah.
He used to play for them, right? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. He was drafted first
Yeah.
overall, or not first overall, but high.
That would be crazy.
High
Yeah.
by them. He was drafted high by them.
Yeah, I think Edmonton might be looking at it. If they don't get like some Gensler or something, maybe go for
Even
someone.
still, I don't think I really shouldn't cost a first round pick.
Yeah, I know, but like the cap space and
Yeah, the
Yeah,
cap
probably
space
make it
makes
work.
over
Yeah.
there, yeah.
because he's on a 5.5, I think.
Yeah, so
50% retained.
2.5 still.
Yeah.
Gotta make that work. Then Wenberg, I know there's been like literally 0 rumors where he's going. Let's see. If I predict someone for Wenberg, kind of a team who's more need like a third line center who's a good 2A, my guess would be somewhere like oh, that's hard actually. I could see maybe Arizona if they think they want to buy. That's a good pickup for
Yeah.
them. He's a good 2A player. Dallas maybe I think also could use a third line center like that, although they kind of already have a lot of depth.
Maybe Colorado.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of Eberle and Wenberg there. Then the next one, probably the biggest news of all of them, that their Penguin scouts have been seen in Bakersfield, which is the AHL affiliate of the Edmonton Oilers. So looks like those Gensel rumors are starting to kind of really circulate. I've really only heard Gensel Edmonton, like I've not even heard Gensel rumored anywhere else.
Yeah.
I've not even heard that other teams have like checked in on him. So I feel like it's just a matter of time.
I guess they'd be looking at what, like Broberg down there?
Probably Broberg first.
For Glow. I don't know.
Yeah, Borgo.
I don't know. I don't know what Edmonton's gonna trade for him though.
Yeah, they don't
that's
have
gonna be
many
interesting.
assets.
I know.
Like
It would
who's
have
gonna
to.
trade?
It'd have to be Broberg at least one first,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then like
probably even,
a player that's like
and then probably they need to dump some caps, so maybe if
Like-
Pittsburgh would take on Campbell.
no
Oh,
chance,
no,
no
that's-
chance, no chance.
I think they got traded first year in that contract.
Yeah,
That's-
for sure.
I don't know what their first round pick situation is. Like
Yeah.
obviously they have theirs this year, I know that, but I
Yeah.
don't know in terms of like in the future how many firsts they have.
That and Broberg is definitely gone for Gensel.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
at
wonder what else.
least
Just
probably
that
even like
final
maybe
piece.
2 more seconds, something like that.
Maybe they throw in like Warren Fogle, who's been playing really well this year.
That's true.
Or maybe even CC, make the money work.
Yeah,
CC
Yeah.
is pretty shit, and then the trade for another defenseman, something
I-
like a Tanev or something like that, or a Sean Walker.
I could see Dubas wanting to stock up on draft picks though.
I think it's
Just
the
because-
move. If you're not going to re-sign Gensel, you pretty much almost have to start a rebuild.
yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like if you could sign Gensel, you could maybe, but like they went all in trading for Carlson, and they've still been ass.
Yeah. What do you guys think about people talking about Crosby trades? Like, think that ever happen?
I think it would personally. I think it would not be like a diss to Crosby. I think they'd be like you deserve to go try and win another one. Actually, I'd say it depends what Crosby wants to do. If
Yeah.
Crosby wants to go try and win another one, I think they'll do that. If he'd rather just finish his career out in Pittsburgh, they'll let him do that too. So I'd say it's Crosby's call.
What's left on his contract?
2 years at like 9 mil, I think. 2
Yeah.
more years after this one.
That's not even a bad contract for him.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
I think
1 year. He has 1 year left.
Yeah,
That's gonna be so
after
weird
next year.
if it were to happen like imagine
All right, after next year, he's coming to Montreal. Let's call
Montreal. I love him on
Nice coming
Toronto.
home to
Coming
Toronto.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
we're
even
winning
his
the cup.
home. Is
Well,
he
it's
from
just-
like Nova?
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, I'm so
Not,
sorry.
not
I'm
every
just-
Canadian
I
from
know.
Toronto.
I
so
just
He's
used
talking
to
about
that,
McDavid coming home.
Or Stamkos, or
Yeah.
there's so
closer
many.
to freaking
not.
Montreal.
Yeah. True.
True.
He's coming home, baby.
No, he's not.
No.
Yes, he is. We're contending, and he's gonna.
I would hope that he'd stay with the Canadian team though. That'd be.
I thought,
That would
yeah,
be
I
really
want to
cool.
go to like really. If you look at the
Imagine Edmonton.
he pretty much signed anywhere but
love
I
that.
feel like anywhere but Ottawa he'd sign, or Winnipeg. I don't think he'd sign in Winnipeg,
Yeah. True.
but I think or
But
Calgary. So actually, I lied. So I think really Vancouver, Edmonton, Toronto, Montreal. If you
I'd
were
love to
sign
see
a
him and McDavid in the
Canadian
same team personally.
God, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, so that'll kind of conclude the recent news segment. Not too much there, but obviously lots of rumors to keep in mind. Check out our Instagram. We'll be up to date on any trades, any rumors, post on our stories. So keep those in mind. All right, moving to the first fantasy segment. We're going back to the panic room this week. We got 3 pretty big name players. Okay, I'm gonna list them, and then I want you guys to give your opinions. So first, Igor Shesterkin. Where's your panic level on him?
I think maybe it's closer in the higher range at this point.
Yeah.
I'd say like a 7.
Okay. Yeah. I would say. I could probably go like 6. Like I think he'll figure it out. I think that it's been a bad season.
It's not been great.
And the
this season.
Rangers really need to pick him up because they're definitely getting to the point where they got to win something here.
Yeah.
Like Panarin.
I would say
right there.
the main reason I would say mine's like almost an 8, if not 8.5. And the main reason I say is because how good Quick's been. I get
Yeah,
Quick's
yeah.
older, but Quick has been lights out this season. Like they're pretty much splitting starts at this point.
Like
Like
how
the
are you-
Rangers played Tuesday. Shesterkin got the start. He got a shutout against the Flames, so that was good. But like Quick already got the nod for tonight. Like they're literally splitting it
Yeah.
50-50, which is
Yeah.
terrifying given that you spent probably a second round pick on him.
True. Yeah. I think that we'll see. Maybe this will give him some time off to get it together. Hopefully.
Yeah. Would you trade him?
Who, Quick or
Shesterkin.
Oh hell no.
Sorry, not like like in fantasy. Would you trade him in fantasy? Not the Rangers, obviously.
I mean, at this point in the season, you could try and see if someone believes in him, but
You're probably not getting like a
you're not
goalie
getting
back.
much.
Yeah.
Maybe trade for him, see if he picks it up.
I
But
might
it
do
doesn't.
that.
There's
But
not
I
much
feel like it'd be
potential
hard.
there. Like
That's just hard to get a deal done because I feel like the owner who has him is still gonna be like it's Igor Shesterkin. I'm not trading him for Joey Decord, but at the same time, like Joey Decord's been better than he is.
yeah, exactly.
No diss to
Mm, so
Joey.
So I wouldn't
he's
take the
ever-
risk on Igor to buy him or sell him.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. You guys. changed
Unless
my
you can
mind.
sell him for like actually someone who's like a Bobrovsky. If you can sell him for a
Maybe
Bobrovsky,
just
I'd
like someone
take
who's been
that.
consistent.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
okay.
been pretty good. Would you trade him for Georgiev?
Are we playing like categories, no, because Gorgiev is terrible.
Same percentage.
Yeah, but like in a points
Points
league, he'll
league.
get the win, so he'll get you like consistent points.
Yeah, he plays a lot too, whereas just
Yeah.
Thurston's playing time has gone way down. Um, yeah, next guy, Kyle Connor. He has just 2 goals in his last 10 games. He's struggled mightily since returning from injury. What are your guys' thoughts on him? The Jets as a whole are not scoring really at all.
I think I remember everyone's kind of hyped him to come back. Like the Jets are this good without him.
I
Imagine when he
know,
comes
yeah.
back. I think this could just be a symptom of the Jets in general.
I think it's more that. I don't think
Yeah,
Connor's
I'm
like,
not too panicked.
My panic level's at like a 3. I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah, I feel like the Jets will turn it around.
I think so.
Like, well, I mean, they're still winning, sort
But
of.
they just like they don't allow many goals, but they don't score like
A lot
that's it.
either, I
Like they
know.
played the Sharks the other day
And they beat 'em
scored
1-0.
1 goal against Capo Kakinen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
which
that's
is
not good.
concerning. It's
So the
concerning.
Jets as a whole need to pick it up.
Yeah, I would say, would you look to trade him? Obviously, I know he's been struggling, but like I feel like most people aren't going to look at him and be like, he's not returning to form. Like, would you look to trade him right now? Are you that worried, or are you just holding?
I mean, you could get good value for him, I think. So I'd say maybe trade him, see what you can get.
I think trade him
Test the
because
market.
even though,
Yeah.
sorry, you go. Yeah, I interrupted you.
I was just gonna say that like oh. I was gonna say that yeah, if you're in a position where you gotta win now and like you can't necessarily take the risk on him getting better, I would trade him maybe for someone who's doing well right now. But if you're in a position where you're higher up in your league, I might wait to see if he turns it around.
Yeah, the Jets can't fucking score.
Yeah.
I think even if they figure it out, they're still going to be scoring like 3 a game. So I think I don't think he's going to return to what he was doing. The more I think about it, my opinion's really changing right now. But I think the more I think about it, the more I'd try and ship him off right now because I think you get a lot for him. So I'd look to ship him off right now. All right, last player, Tage Thompson. I know you guys weren't here, but this is now the 3rd time this season he's been on the Panic Room. And every time after you talk about on the Panic Room, he actually has a good 5-game stretch, and then he plummets down. He has 1 goal, 1 assist in his last 10 games. He was like a late first, early second round pick in most redraft leagues this year. What are your thoughts on him?
My panic level is at a 8.5, I think. Close to a 9. He has not been good this season. Coming off a season where he put up more than a point per game, like 90-something points in under 80 games. This season he's been god awful. I don't know what happened. So I'm pretty panicked about him.
Yeah, even at the start of the year in the draft, I was never gonna touch Tage Thompson.
Yeah, the first rounder, I was not touching him either. I agree.
And I'm at a 9. Like I think he's just I don't know what's going on with him. I never thought he had that much longevity. Like I think he definitely peaked that season. I don't know if I'll see it again.
Shout out to my boy Robert who took him in the first round.
Man,
I actually remember that we were recording it. And Tony and I were recording it, and we were like, "Why the fuck did Tate Thompson was still in the first round?"
The puck knowledge was not there. Let me tell you.
Is he fuck this shit?
Yeah.
I feel like
I think he's got like 1 win this season.
Holy
He
shit.
gave up after all his players got injured.
He took Vasilevsky like high too.
He needs to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, seriously, he's got elite puck knowledge. But I would say mine is the same as you guys, like a 9. I would look to trade him, honestly. Like I would say he still has decent name value. I think if you could trade him even for like gosh, I can't even think of anyone.
I can't believe I almost traded Reinhardt for him.
Oh my god.
Earlier this season. Luckily
unfortunate.
Owen's an idiot.
I would say like if you can trade him for even like a Nugent Hopkins or a Jarvis,
I'd definitely take
Svechnikov, like any of those guys. If you can get any of those guys for him, I'd take it just because like it's also something to note, like when you're having a bad season and your team's out of contention, like that makes it so what the fuck is going on the screen right now?
We're gonna keep going.
But I'd say it like when you're out of contention and you're struggling, like that's never a good sign for you to just turn it around. Like that never happens.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he will be shit next year. In fact, I'll probably take him. I'll probably like him as one of your kind of later round picks.
Yeah.
But I'd say for this season, I'd just trade him for any sort of player who's in contention because Look at Besser, for example, from last year. Like when you're struggling, you don't figure it out when your team is also struggling.
Yeah, for sure.
So get him off your
I
roster.
think he'll pick it up next year, but this year it's a no-go for me.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Okay, so
Now we're gonna get to trade deadline predictions here.
yeah, we're gonna have some fun with trade deadline predictions. I'm just pulling up the TSN trade bait list right now. We'll just use that because
It's normally pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is their trade bait list as of February the 8th. Okay, so first player. Okay, actually, that's a really boring top five. I'm not gonna lie. But first player, Chris
Oh my
Tanev.
God, it's looking rough.
Where do you think Tanev is going?
So there's obviously the Toronto rumors, or not
Tanev
rumors.
is cap it at 4.5 million. UFA at the end of the season. So retention would get him down to 2.25.
Yeah, I know people were thinking Toronto. I don't think Toronto. I don't think
I don't think
Calgary
it's the
wants to
move.
retain. Yeah,
I don't think it's a move. I think Hannafin's the move.
Hanneman's move. Yeah,
But I don't think Tanev is
A 34-year-old, like
I don't think that's the move.
in a
Like,
season where you're not that like.
the Leafs aren't that away. There's
No.
lots of other teams who are that away, like
Yeah.
Edmonton.
Maybe if Edmonton ships off CC, they could look into bring Tanev.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Um,
think also we gotta consider Calgary. They hate retaining salary.
Then I guess you like a team like Arizona or not Arizona, but a team like Buffalo maybe or Anaheim could come in and like the thing where they
Oh, yeah,
technically
they
trade him
could.
there and then they retain salary to get like a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
They could do something like that. Like maybe Calgary only
I don't know
retains.
why they wouldn't just retain it. It's 1 year left though.
Who was it? Elliot Friedman. I can't remember what he said. He said Calgary's only retained like one time in the past. Like I can't remember how many years, but it's been a while.
Yeah,
since
but they also
retained
haven't
salary.
sold. in
Yeah,
a
they've
while.
also been
True.
contending.
They've always
like,
been
yeah,
contending.
just on the
so.
brink.
Well, yeah, but we've already seen that this season with the trade falling through Toronto with
Craig Button. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot.
we've seen the trade fall through Toronto there when he
Yeah.
when he
Yeah,
was
seriously, that was the
Vancouver.
biggest blue balls of all time, bro.
Yeah.
They're like saying they're like, oh, like massive trade coming between Toronto and Calgary, massive, and then crickets the last week.
Yeah, and then Zadorov,
Yeah.
he can go to Toronto because there's trade retention. So I think we gotta think of a team here with a good amount of salary space.
Or I think what would happen is they do the thing where like Columbus comes in and retains salary.
Yeah.
Chicago. I think that's what's likely gonna happen.
How much cap space does Calgary have right now?
Let me check.
I don't know.
I feel like they should.
I mean, it shouldn't matter. Because like maybe it'll just be hard to make the
Why
money
wouldn't you
work.
just look at Flames cap friendly?
I thought I did. I thought I did.
You just look at Calgary Flames.
So who do we got? Also Sean Walker, another right-handed defenseman.
Okay,
He's cheaper. He's 2.65, 1 year left.
I'm a
pending
big fan
UFA.
of Sean Walker. He's been my go-to pickup this year for defensemen.
Why are there so
Fantasy.
many Philadelphia players that are like on the trade block? Like
Yeah.
it's interesting. They're like trying to make the playoffs, but I guess maybe now that Carter Hart's out.
I think
They're just
they
gonna cut
should
their
just
losses.
sell. Like I know their pick's not gonna be as good, but I think it's the better idea to sell, get some value back for these guys. Like they still do have a decent-ish prospect pool.
Yeah, I mean they got.
I mean, like they're not gonna re-sign Sean Walker. Like why would
No.
Sean Walker re-sign in Philadelphia? Like that makes no sense.
Yeah, true.
I mean
It's making that PLD 3-way trade look real. Or how did they get? No, when the Kings dumped Pedersen and Sean Walker there. Do you remember that? In the offseason?
Oh, yeah.
They like sent him there. It's making that look good because like they're gonna like they could get probably a first back for Walker. And I'm pretty sure they got a first just for taking Cal Peterson's contract too. So Danny Briere's out here making moves, bruh. All right, Adam
Yeah.
Henrique is boring.
Yeah, he
So
is.
is Lawton. Tarasenko.
No, wait. But how are they asking a first for Scott Lawton? I don't.
You got a first for Monahan, bro.
Yeah, but like
He's like just as good.
Scott Lawton.
And he has 2 years left.
He is not that guy.
He has 2 years left at $3 million as a
He
captain.
is
That's a
not that
good. That's a
guy.
good third line center, bro. You forget how good he used to be. Really good.
Used to be like.
And that,
Come on,
but
bro.
like when you're playing on a shit team,
What do you mean a shit team? He's playing on Philadelphia.
So yeah,
That's a playoff team right there.
Philadelphia is.
they're falling out, aren't they?
They're
Yeah,
10th
because
overall
no
in the
Kada
league.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
They're 10th in the league.
yeah,
Yo, I should have known that. That's actually kind of embarrassing. They're ahead of the Leafs.
yeah. I know.
Holy
Leafs are
fucking
shit.
Bro, everyone's ahead of the
Leafs are
Leafs.
Yeah, I know the
shit.
Leafs actually ass.
Yeah, over the Wild.
Yo, they're actually like
I told you,
like
man.
they're 6 points up on the Devils.
Yeah,
And now the Devils have 2 games in
that,
hand.
yeah. The Devils are.
Why the hell are they selling them, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
I
what's
don't
confusing. This
understand.
trade deadline. So many teams that are people claim are selling are doing pretty well. right
Calgary's on
now.
the brink of the playoffs, but there's some that makes sense. But Philadelphia, I don't understand. Anaheim, yes, sell. You guys are awful. Ottawa,
Yeah, they should sell.
I think Tarasenko is
Tarasenko,
pretty interesting
that could be interesting, yeah, for sure.
because
He's got nothing left, bro. He's so overrated.
Yeah,
now.
he's
He's-
not
I'm a
that good.
fan. I'm a fan.
You
of
are
how
a
he's-
fan?
I'm a fan of how he's
I'm
played
not.
this season.
I'm not that much.
You're a fan of how he played this season.
Like
Brother.
yeah, I am. I think
My
Ottawa.
brother
Should,
in Christ.
I think Ottawa should keep him
Not
personally.
Christian.
14 goals, 21 assists, 35 points
Yeah.
in how many games? Yo, this
Like-
is the goofiest thing I've ever seen. Why is it like this?
15 minutes on it.
I definitely not a. I obviously he's not what he
27
used to be.
games. He's just a pure sniper.
He's not what he used to
Actually,
be.
he's turned it up.
he's
He had
not-
like
yeah.
he had like bro in like December he had like 4 goals.
What happened to this guy? Holy.
His shoulder blew
Yeah.
out.
Compared to what he used to, he's not that great anymore. But I think
He was
role
so
he
bad in
serves-
New York, bro.
Yeah.
He was actually off.
If I were a team looking to get some more scoring, I would definitely make a play for him.
I
But
would
the
not.
problem is a cap hits 5 mil, so
Yeah, they-
retention's down to 2.5. I guess actually it's not too much.
Are you
but
Ottawa? It's tough because I might want to keep him in Ottawa. But also
Nah,
trying to get that pick back. Like they lost a pick for
Chikrin.
no for that whole
Oh
that
yeah.
whole LTIR or no.
That was kind of bullshit that they
That was
lost the
bullshit.
first for that.
So if I'm them, I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
but-
a few picks
but
back.
fuck the Senators.
Facts.
Fuck the
Fuck
Senators.
Sens Twitter.
Yeah.
I-
Fuck Ridley Greig.
That's such a funny argument between Sens and Habs. They're both ass. Like I don't know why they're arguing.
It's because of Shane Pinto's diving club, yo. This guy every
Tim
time he
Stützle
plays.
diving club,
Oh,
bro.
not Shane. Tim Stützle, yeah.
Bro, even
Timmy.
Keith, I was reading Keith's slips, bro, when they were playing him on Saturday, and Keith's like, he's the biggest fucking diver in the league. You guys rep him all the time. How do you not know
Never
that?
forget, Brendan Gallagher was the first one to call him out on his press conference, and
I
that's
don't know why I
before-
thought you were gonna say Brendan Guignac.
That brother's so bad. Shout out him though, first goal in his like 5th game,
How old is he?
26.
Oof.
Yo, he looks like he's 32.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm
the
not gonna lie,
hairline-
he
the
looks the
hairline's
same,
not
he
looking
looks the
good.
same age as Mark Giordano.
The hairline's not there.
Allen is another year.
Yeah,
Oh
Mm.
God, yeah. That's one of those cases when it's actually worse that he is another
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
he's an old man, 33, but his stats have not been improving recently.
What's the other one there? Another interesting one there. Chikrin. I feel like
What is this? 895 and a 363,
Yeah.
yo.
I mean, last year it was 891, but he actually like stole, like he got a shutout last year. I don't know how that was even possible. But
that's
also shout out Caden Primo, only
yeah.
Montreal goalie to get a shutout this year.
Against Anaheim.
After I was shitting on him the past 2 weeks.
All right. Next guy is Noah Hannafin. I
So-
think he's gone because they
Yeah.
know they're not re-signing him. So I think he's gone.
Mhm.
He's getting a bag.
He's
this
the
year.
best defenseman available, also for sure. Like yeah, because like a lot of these guys, like Tanev, like that's a 4th defenseman at best. Walker, it's a 4th defenseman at best. Chikrin's
He's better,
pretty good.
but I don't think he's really like. I can't. It's definitely a lock to go compared to Chikrin, who's definitely
Yeah,
it's more rumor.
Chikrin is not necessarily locked to go. I mean, I want him to come to the Leafs. Boston's another team that I could see look to pick him up. I think he's a
Yeah.
good fit in Winnipeg too, because like Ugg and I were talking about this yesterday when I was using them in Chell. They have a bunch of like 4th defensemen. I feel like they have Morrissey and Pionk who are good. That's like a 1-3, and then they have like Dylan, DeMello.
It's just not great. Over
Like
there.
they're they're solid, but they're nothing
They just
special.
have people who like can handle the puck well, like good old
Whereas like
reliable.
Hannafin would make a huge difference on that team.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna trade for him now. They don't have their first.
They have
Maybe
first in the
next year.
futures, and they haven't like ever traded any of their prospects. So
Yeah, Chaz Lucius, Brad Lambert
yeah,
could be on the go.
Such a good name.
What?
Chaz Lucius.
yeah.
That's sick.
His parents cooked with that one.
The next guy, Gensel, obviously we've already touched on him. So
Edmonton.
and then the next 10th is Edmonton's first rounder. Also, don't really need to touch on that because we've kind of talked about that at length.
Say Pat Maroon.
He can't be traded because he's hurt. He's like done for the year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's old, or that's
Nice
because
he's
this is a
there.
bit old.
Chikrin is interesting. I don't know if it would happen.
I don't think he's gonna get traded. I think
No.
he'll get traded in the offseason, but I don't think he'll get traded
He's such a
again
good
at the deadline.
defenseman.
But he's a beast, yeah.
Yeah.
I like if this is purely speaking as a Leaf fan right now. Like I'm not like rumors. Yo, this
Yeah,
is our
okay.
podcast, and I'm a Leaf
listening.
fan.
Okay,
Yeah.
listening.
If we do something like trade a Bert and Brody at the deadline, right? This is like at the deadline. We trade them away. Bert would get a first. Brody would probably get a second. Then you use those assets which you got for those players and pretty much immediately send it for Chikrin.
I would love that.
Bro thinks he's in franchise mode.
No,
I would love
you
that.
could do that though. You
Yeah.
can but you basically the Leafs aren't actually using
Or
any
you could
assets to
Just do a 3-team trade or
yeah,
Yeah.
or something like that. Like even if you want to like Bertuzzi goes to Ottawa because they want to sign him for next year because he's still kind of young, change up their forward core a bit, something like that.
I hate the Leafs defense. Like I like the Leafs defenseman but like it's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
And I would love to have Chikrin and Riley, man.
And then we
That'd be
traded for
insane.
Tanev too, bro.
Be pretty good.
And then we have McCabe still and Milligren.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden Riley, Hannafin, McCabe, Chikrin,
Like I
Benoit,
wonder.
Lilligren.
Yeah.
That's so yucky, bro.
I wonder too if like just trying to see where he would fit in.
Who?
Chikrin.
Probably second pairing.
Second pairing.
power play.
Yeah.
Something like that. But anyway, we're getting a bit sidetracked here. Wenberg, we've already talked about. Frank Vetrano.
Oh man.
That's an interesting one.
What a player.
He's having an unbelievable season.
Yeah, I would definitely trade if I was Phil.
He has 22 goals. Is that a sit? Oh, 36 points. Yeah, he's having.
He's just
really
he's
good
just a goal
season.
scorer.
Yeah.
I wonder what he would cost.
I saw proposed trades for like to the Rangers, somebody like that.
Yeah.
but I think the
With,
way he's playing, he would low key get it first.
Campbell Kako.
Okay, yeah, that's how you make it. Not get it first.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
so goofy, bruh. But yeah, I
would
think that'd be a
accept-
good.
I
trade.
wonder.
He's already ownable in fantasy, bro. If he gets traded,
Oh,
his
yeah.
fantasy value goes through the
I've
roof.
had him all season.
You sure?
He's great.
He might get a diminished role.
True.
I feel the way he's playing, he'd move into the contenders' second line. I think.
I wonder if we were just talking about Winnipeg earlier and how they have no scoring. I wonder if they'd make a move. I know
Yeah,
they already made a move.
yeah, but again, as we
Montgomery,
said, they
but-
have all their prospects.
Yeah. So like I wonder if they would go for it. And looking here, they're gonna have 5.8 million at cap space at the deadline. So they'll have some room to make moves. I wonder if they go for a goal scorer like Vetrano.
That would be the move,
Yeah.
or even maybe Tarasenko.
Yeah,
But
Tarasenko.
no, they need a goal scorer
Tarasenko.
because all their players are like they don't have that many pure goal scorers.
No.
They have Connor, and that's it. For some reason, Ehlers can't score, which is beyond me why that guy can't score.
Yeah.
Remember the days when he was compared to Nylander?
But him to Nylander.
I don't.
Ryan Matthews.
Because they always compared it like on TSN. They're like they're making the same amount of money, they play the same way.
Who's next?
Duclair, another one, the Duke. He's very similar. He's just he's a good goal scorer.
Um,
There's kind of nothing else.
well,
really
Morgan
like it.
Frost.
Why would they trade him, bro?
I feel okay.
Playing-
I feel like he's not exactly living up to what he could have been, and also him and Torts don't exactly
Yeah,
see eye to eye. I feel like if your coach isn't going to utilize him properly, you could probably get a good amount of.
yeah,
So I would move him if I were them. If you're gonna commit to the coach, because obviously it's going really well with him.
yeah. But the thing is, with a guy like Torts, is that only works for a few years,
Yeah,
and then it stops working. Like those coaches don't like. That's why Torrell has been on so many teams.
Yeah.
Because it works for about 2-3 years, and then it's over, and it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, that's kind of it. There's no one else
mean,
really
I
there.
was gonna talk about the San Jose goalies.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
one
can.
of them could get traded because they've been playing like not too bad recently. And if someone needs a backup, maybe Kakinen or Blackwood could be on their way.
I feel like Blackwood could be moved.
Yeah, for sure.
Who
Yeah,
needs a
Blackwood.
backup?
A lot of teams. There's
Yeah.
so many teams that need a goalie.
I wonder if you like. It's not enough, but I wonder if you could go to New Jersey to help out with that.
Oh yeah, with the New Jersey Markstrom thing. We should,
Yeah.
we should
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
talk about
talk
that.
about
That
that.
they were apparently had like a trade in place in which Holtz and Vanacek were the two players rumored going back. Like Markstrom waived his no move clause, but they couldn't get the retention. Right, as you
see?
mentioned, Calgary doesn't
Yeah.
like to retain, so they couldn't really get the money to work, but they definitely, I think it was Dreger who reported it, said that they'll definitely revisit it as the Devils goaltending will not get any better.
Yeah,
Um,
it's looking rough over there.
so I think that would be a huge move for the Devils. That
That
would
would
push
definitely
them
put them
into
right
the
into
playoffs.
that would put them as almost contenders, honestly.
Yeah,
That's all
I
they're missing.
agree. That's like a big thing they're missing. And if Dougie comes back,
Yeah. Oh
Dude.
man.
then that team's
Yeah.
and Hughes can stay healthy, then that team will.
That goaltending's been comical. Like,
Yeah, it's been
not even-
so bad.
yeah.
Speaking of comical goaltending, Hurricanes have had comical goaltending. That's another
Yes,
team that
yeah.
could use it. Bro, Gerard scored a goal. Did you
Oh,
see this?
yeah.
He scored a goal
Yeah,
from
I
the
saw
red
that.
line.
Yeah, that was
He
so
shot
bad.
it from the red line, and
Oh
Kochetkov
my
just kind of
gosh.
lunged his blocker out at it, and it just went in, bro. Like that
That's-
is so bad. That is so
It's
bad.
been a problem for Carolina for so long. They thought they could run that tandem of just like mid goalies.
Well,
Well, they had Freddie.
Anderson
Yeah,
played well for
Freddie
them.
and, like,
Freddie was good, but then he obviously had the
getting
blood
injured.
clot issues and
Yeah.
been out for most of the year.
Yeah.
Like that was never gonna push you to like the finals for a
Yeah.
cup, I don't think.
No.
Running
Look
that
at
tandem.
Freddie. He was always good in Toronto, but
He
he
wasn't like,
always let in a bad goal at the wrong time
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
they didn't have that next level goalie.
I'm so sick of these GMs who think they can cheat goaltending. Like,
Yeah.
it's not possible.
That's why Wall's legit.
That Wall's legit.
Somehow the Golden Knights did it.
I wish.
Yeah, but
Well,
Aiden
Hill's
Hill,
legit.
Aiden Hill's legit. I would say at this
Yeah,
point.
now he's
He's
turned legit. He really wasn't going too great when he went to San Jose. They tried trading for him. Well, they traded for him and thought they could turn it around, then traded him away. And now he's finally turned it around. Good for
I
him.
wonder what's gonna happen with him because he's kind of signed a bridge deal.
Who?
Aiden Hill.
Yeah, he did. I think he's gone. I think he's gone once his deal's up. He signed what a 2-year deal. I think they're handing that to Logan.
Yeah.
Like Thompson's really good.
What a
It depends.
Jesse Nice.
Yeah, because they won't be able to trade. Because Hill, the way he's playing, he'll want too much money.
yeah.
And same with the way Thompson's playing, so they'll have to pick one. I think they should pick Thompson,
What is his?
Yeah.
Is it?
and then
three-
they
did he
can
get 2 or
sign
3
another.
years.
Against,
I think it's 3 year.
I thought it was
Well,
2. I'm pretty sure he's 1 year
Was it?
left.
Was it 2 by 3?
No, it was like 4.9.
Yeah, it was
2-year. Yeah, 9. Okay.
Yeah, so
That'll be interesting. We'll see. I
so he's
wonder
up after next year.
like what team will need a goalie if Wall's not legit the Leafs or maybe Philadelphia.
Yeah,
to take
because
him.
Hart's done.
Yeah.
ta-da.
Yeah.
Maybe Edmonton
Edmonton
if
too.
Campbell can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Stuart
Skinner's looking
True,
good.
Yeah,
actually, I
he's
forgot
good.
about Skinner.
I forget how young he
I'm
is.
yapping.
Yeah.
He's like
Because he has that
24,
mustache,
yeah.
like it makes him look
He looks like an old
Crazy
man.
mustache.
He
bro.
does. Yeah, I love
He's
it.
got the
They got
But yeah, he's pretty
he
young.
has the Lorax mustache.
It was ridiculous seeing him on the Rookie of the Year graphics next to Beniers. Like
yeah.
they did not look the same
Yeah.
last year.
Or like when they had who else was the other guy up last year?
I know what you're talking
Because he looked so young. I can't remember who it was because there's obviously 3 finalists.
Mhm.
But he looked like a little kid. And then
Yeah.
Stuart Skinner looked like his dad.
Last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. It was Beniers, Skinner, and who else? Was it McTavish? No, it wasn't.
No.
Okay, we gotta
Man.
figure it out now because it's gonna bother me.
Yeah. Rookie of the Year this year's gonna be will it even be interesting this year? It'll probably just go to Bedard.
Can I get the finalists?
I think that
Owen Power.
this year.
Yeah, that's who it was. Power looks like a little kid next to Skinner.
Yeah. I was so excited this year for that Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I know. and
I
that's-
thought it was gonna be Cooley. No, obviously not. I think it's probably going.
Bedard's back in time now. I think he's gonna win
It's
it.
gonna be Bedard.
He'll
Yeah.
win it.
Yeah.
I think if he stayed out a bit longer, like into March, I think
Faber.
Faber would have won it.
Yeah,
But he'll definitely win it now.
and deservedly so. He's the best rookie.
Yeah. Oh, for
by
sure.
far, Yeah.
Yeah, he's unreal. He's worth the hype. All right. So last segment we're going to go into, we're going to just kind of be breaking down the standings. If you guys remember, we did this earlier in January. But what?
Let's pull it up again.
I got it. So this is new to us. So like you guys normally start at the bottom, like how?
Yeah, we typically we'll start with the bad teams and the good teams, then we kind of look at the teams on the bubble in the wild card race.
Okay.
So looking at the bottom of the standings, typical bottom feeders are there. It's really come down to like a 2-horse race, I think, Chicago and San Jose
Yeah.
for who's gonna get the last pick. Yo, Arizona's so bad again.
I was about to say that the thing that jumps out to you right there is
Wow.
Arizona in
They
27.
fall off.
My
bro.
hot take about them going to the playoffs is not looking great.
They're playing worse than the Canadians.
Yeah, I
And
know. It's really
Buffalo.
unfortunate.
Ottawa's heating up. Like they only have 49 games too. They're not even gonna be close.
No, just good enough to get a shit.
Holy,
bad draft
Pittsburgh's
pick.
24. I rarely look at the league standings. I normally just look at how far they are
Yeah,
out of
the
the
wild
wild card. I'm sure you look at the league standings a lot.
Low blow.
But yeah, I think it'll come down to Chicago, San Jose. Then I think Anaheim will kind of be in on their own,
Yeah.
and then it'll be a clusterfuck
I
of
think
like.
it'll be Anaheim and Blue Jackets, and then I think after that it's gonna be Montreal.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess if you look at
Mm.
all those teams, Montreal's going this way, and Ottawa and Buffalo are kind of
They're
going
going
this
up.
way.
Yeah.
Arizona's kind of falling too, but I think they're too good to stay that bad.
If-
Look at Pittsburgh. This is what I mean. Like if Pittsburgh actually can get good return for Gensel, like they actually.
They got a +10 goal differential. Meanwhile, Washington's above them with a -37.
If I'm
How do you have a winning record with -37 goal
Man,
differential?
that team drives me crazy.
Bro, they only have one more win than the Canadians. That's rough.
Seattle should sell. Looking at
Seattle.
Seattle should sell.
Yeah.
Buffalo's so interesting because they are supposed to be much better this year. Like people were saying, this is their year.
Yeah,
I wonder-
preseason
and I
prediction-
hear that
our
every
preseason
year.
predictions have been in the playoffs.
If they fall,
Yeah,
it
that was
like
bad.
they're already in the
Never
bottom.
trusted
But-
Buffalo.
Okay, but I said that also. We also said Detroit was going to be good. Well, I said Detroit was going to be good, and they're actually buzzing now.
I wonder if they fall to the bottom 5 if they trade that pick almost. Like they have Buffalo. They have so many young players. Like do they
Yeah.
really need more talent?
They
No,
don't.
they don't. They need to win.
Yeah, I actually don't disagree. Do you kind of like when the Sens traded it for DeBrincat? They traded
Yeah.
like the 8th overall
Like a
pick for
big pick,
DeBrincat.
like a
Yeah,
high
traded
pick.
for a big, like because they're like yeah. I agree actually. I like that.
That'd be really entertaining to see too. So if
We
I'm
needed a
Sens,
goalie though, first and foremost, bro.
you don't believe in Levi?
He's not looked good.
Well, I mean, he's still so young.
They
I know, but
you
I
don't
mean,
bring a goalie into the league.
but
that
look
young.
at the way Vegas has done it with Logan, where they've split him, and even the Bruins with
Yeah, but they
Swayman.
just put him as a starter.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I think
They
they
can't,
need like they need a number one
Yeah.
so that Levi can kind of be like a 1B.
And I guess like you could just split him with Lukanen, but they're
But-
both too young. Like
yeah,
you need
that's
you
what-
need
you need
some
an older-
leadership. Yeah.
And you can't have them playing that many games when they're that young, because then they just blow out at the end.
Yeah. Low key,
Yeah.
actually, a guy like Samsonov, I think could fit well there.
True.
'Cause it's not like the
No,
Leafs have
that's actually
good-
really true.
It's not like the Leafs have good defensive structure in front of them.
No,
Like,
neither
but
does
Buffalo's
Buffalo.
going to be worse than them. But
Yeah.
like Leafs don't have that good either, and he's not been bad. So I think because Leafs, I think are going to let him go.
And I
I
think,
think they're going to
Samsonov's-
handle
yeah.
all the reins. So I like
Yeah.
Samsonov to go there in the offseason for Buffalo. I think that's exactly kind of what they need.
And he's an easy guy to steal the role from. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like just to boost Levi's confidence, he could definitely take that from him.
yeah, I definitely don't. I don't disagree. All right, I just saw this idea right now because I'm fucking brilliant. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you. We're gonna talk about the teams kind of at the bottom, and then how this affects their fantasy value and like what it does to fantasy players at this point in the season.
Okay, I like that.
You like that?
Sure.
So I mean, like looking at Chicago, they don't really have anyone who's fantasy relevant to be honest.
Yeah.
It's really like just Bedard and he won't.
Benzie.
And then for San Jose, once they sell, the players are going to sell. Like anyone there who's been somewhat fantasy relevant falls off because they
Yeah.
like
I mean,
the team's not going to be good. Okay, let's we don't need to start
The
or
Duke.
Anaheim. We'll start with Columbus.
Let's start with Columbus. Okay.
So I think Goodrow is. Do you think Columbus, first of all, is going to do the? You know, a lot of bad teams do this where they kind of like win a bunch at the end of the season to give your team a bunch of confidence. Do you think they're going to do that?
no, they're trash.
No,
Yeah,
they're
I
they're
agree.
really bad.
I think Boone's gone. I think
Yeah.
Werenski will be fine, but I think Werenski's really the only one with fantasy relevance.
Yeah. Gaudreau, I had him at the beginning of the year. Dropped him. He's
Yeah,
really
he's been
bad.
awful.
So-
Line I feel like is out for the year. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
think he's coming back.
Oh yeah.
Shout out him, get better, but I don't think he's coming back. Then Ottawa. I think Ottawa's going to win a bunch more games.
Yeah, I definitely take
Yeah.
the Ottawa
I
players
like
here.
I like to buy Ottawa players like Batherson, who's been okay but nothing special. Stützle
Buy.
costs too much. Kachuk costs
Yeah.
too much.
Pick up Pinto.
Pinto,
Pinto, I love
he's been a
Pinto.
beast. Yeah, he was in our Friday
Batherson,
post
maybe.
about watch list targets, and he's then it was in Wednesday's waiver ads because he's been a beast. So, I like players I like to buy Batherson, Pinto, Shabbat. I think Shabbat's a good buy right now.
Yeah.
Some play
And
play
then
one.
and Norris. I like all of them as buys.
Yeah, for sure.
I still wouldn't trust their goaltending. Chikrin
No.
has been good all year. Sanderson's kind of been good all year. And then Kachuk and Stützle are too expensive. Like I don't think
Yeah.
you'd be able to get them at any sort of value.
Well, like, that's what I was saying about cheating goaltending. You can't cheat it. They tried to hire Corpusalo, then they get a nice cheap little contract for him.
They
but-
paid him a lot.
Yeah.
Paid
But
him
like
$4
for
million.
a starting goalie, it's not a lot. And
Yeah,
he was good,
nowadays.
and
Yeah.
now it's backfiring. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking at Arizona, I like Arizona for the same thing.
hmm
Real, I know Gunther's not producing right now, but he looks so nasty when he
I'm
plays.
definitely keeping an eye on him. He is gonna be something
He's a
special.
dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
I can't
But
wait.
I same thing. I like Keller. He's actually kind of struggling a bit now. Like he's not
Yeah.
scoring as much.
I'm picking Keller.
So I like
in
Keller
every
as a
league.
buy.
Yeah.
Not in the categories league though.
I like Dursey as a buy too.
Mhm.
He's looked good. He's leading their power play. But then like Cooley and like they're not really
Cooley.
fantasy relevant in a year.
Held that guy for almost all season. Had to drop him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not what he is.
Buffalo. I feel like they do this all the time, bro. They're gonna win a bunch of games
Yeah.
towards the end of the season. So I know we talked about Thompson not necessarily as a buy, but and Middlestad's going to be traded, but Paterka, I like Paterka as a buy.
Yeah.
Tuck as a buy.
I would.
Maybe Owen Power. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Darlene's been
that's-
really good all year.
Lukin's been
but
playing well.
yeah, he has.
I wonder if
been.
you would try to.
I think that's a good kind of. He won't cost that much, so I'd like him as kind of low risk buy. And then looking out, continuing up the standings, I think Montreal, they have those young guys who are doing well.
Yeah.
We touched about it last pod, but I don't think like really anyone else.
Yeah, like Gooley gets a lot of blocks. Maybe you probably can pick him up. But yeah, I think everyone else has already picked up who would be like relevant in fantasy.
And then looking at really the next 5 teams here: Pittsburgh, Seattle, Washington, Minnesota, Calgary. Aside from the elite superstars, that being like the Kaprizovs, the Crosbys, I like to almost sell, like not necessarily just sell to get rid of them, but just explore the trade options of guys
Yeah.
like Malkin and McCann and Ovechkin. See what's out there, because those type of teams that are kind of older, but they're gonna kind of turn down, they will really struggle down the stretch, and those players' value come playoff time they'll not be producing the way they did at the start of the year. So I like to look to move those guys, almost like what feels like a lateral step now, but it's important to note that kind of older teams who are struggling are gonna they're gonna slow down. Holy fuck, yo, English is hard sometimes, man.
But yeah,
St. Louis.
They were actually on fire.
they're
I
on
know the
fire,
Leafs beat them,
yeah.
but I would say buy their players.
Jake Neighbors is looking good.
Yeah, he looks really good. Obviously Robert Thomas and Kyrou have kind of been good all year.
Yeah.
Krug set the franchise record for assists by defensemen in a game
oh yeah,
with 5 against your Habs.
Yeah.
what a performance by the boys.
But then looking further up the standings, I would throw Nashville in there as like I would try and sell O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Kind of sell those players, because again, same thing, they're going to start to fall back. And then pretty much from the Islanders up, like those
It's-
players, they're going to be going for the
Yeah.
rest of the season. So there's really nothing there to.
Yeah,
Maybe buy low on some Kings players if they're even buy low.
I know. I don't even know if I'd buy them. to be
Yeah,
honest
you
at this point.
Yeah, it's
I
been
don't know
looking-
if I'd even touch them.
No, you think you think it's never gonna recover? What?
I just think, yeah, I don't know. They scare me.
Yeah.
Like the guys who you would be able to buy low who aren't producing, Fiala might be the only one that I think you could buy, but like any fringe guy, I don't really like.
That's fair.
on their schedule.
But then yeah, everyone else.
7-0 lost to Buffalo. I'm sorry. How the hell does that
Oh
happen?
man.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, and then everyone else is the rest of those teams, Islanders who are 18 and up, are going to be competing rest of the season. Which is weird to say because Philly's in there and they're like one of the biggest rumors to be selling.
That's a
Um,
that's a good situation to be in.
yeah,
They're not even selling any of their
mean,
biggest guys.
yeah, like Nick Sealer and Sean Walker, like those guys aren't
They can do a retool.
moving the needle
Yeah.
too much. All right, switching to let's talk a bit wild card race here to finish up.
Sounds good. Okay, so should we start Eastern?
Yeah, we'll start in the Eastern Conference. So if you look, Boston, Florida aren't going anywhere.
No.
Rangers, Hurricanes aren't going anywhere because I know the Hurricanes aren't as good, but like they were much worse, so they're not going
Yeah.
anywhere. Then in terms of Atlantic, I think Toronto will end up 3. Like they have 3 games in hand and they're 1 point back at Tampa Bay. Like Tampa Bay is gonna fall out. Actually, I'll
Okay.
word it like this: Tampa Bay is not gonna be the 3.
Yeah, I
It
agree
might
with
not
that.
necessarily be Toronto. It'll be either Toronto or Detroit, but Tampa's not gonna be the 3.
I think Tampa.
think so?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
look at they've been struggling so much. They just lost Sergachev for the year.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this:
They have literally 0 assets to buy anything.
if
Like they have
they-
nothing left to buy.
if New Jersey gets Markstrom, I think Tampa might not even make the playoffs.
I don't disagree with that take.
Yeah,
Lost to Islanders,
They
Rangers.
beat Boston in a shootout.
but
on
in the
Tuesday.
same way, if New Jersey doesn't get a goalie, I don't think they
I
make the
don't know. They've
playoffs.
been playing well recently.
But it's more like if you look at all the teams like that behind them that make up the games in hand, all of a sudden there's like 6 points back
Yeah.
of a lot of them.
They got
That's
there's
if
some
you win.
hungry teams. There. You got
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can have all the
obviously.
games ahead of
Obviously.
you on, but
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if
obviously.
you don't win.
But it's more that like they're not that many points ahead of them with a
Yeah.
lot of games in hand. I agree with Jake though. I think either Toronto or Detroit will finish as a 3. And then I think whatever one of those doesn't finish as a 3 will be a wild card. And then I think it'll come down to Tampa, Philly, New Jersey for that and Islanders as that for that last wild card.
Yeah,
Actually, they're kind of in tough to do this, but I'll throw out a hot take. I think the Islanders finish as a 3 in the Metro.
you think?
Holy.
Whoa, that's an interesting take.
I know it's a hot take, but I
Yeah.
think they finish as a 3.
I'm just looking at the remaining schedule strength. Boston's number 2, Montreal's number 1.
Like toughest?
Yeah,
Oh, sick. Toronto's 4.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I don't think we're getting that 3rd spot.
I don't think so.
I'm a
either.
bit excited. Honestly, I
play-
wouldn't mind getting a wild card. I want to play someone
Still
new.
play Boston twice, Florida twice,
True. Like, we
Vegas
could play-
twice.
Yo, like we could beat the Rangers, bro.
Oh yeah, that'd be a 6 series. to
Where's
watch.
Tampa?
That bro,
I would love
Toronto,
that.
New York, that would
Oh,
be
man,
really
Tampa's
cool.
got the 21st hardest schedule.
Yo, if people think Toronto gets too much media coverage to begin with, could you imagine if it was Toronto Rangers?
Oh, that's all you're gonna see.
Like that's literally all they would talk
I
about.
kind of
Like,
want that now.
I know. I actually kind of that would be
Give
cool.
us the
And I
second
think we
round.
can 100% beat them.
Oh yeah.
This is a tough fight.
Imagine that
Combined
atmosphere.
points percentage of all their opponents. Yeah.
Madison Square Garden,
And
Toronto,
Scotia-
New York.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tampa has the second easiest schedule left.
amongst
Amongst
East teams. And so does Detroit as the 4th easiest.
Yeah. So I honestly, I'm seeing Toronto
Yeah.
wild
Okay,
card.
strength of schedule is such a Mickey Mouse stat though, bro.
It is.
But like it's just like
Also, the Leafs play better against good teams.
True.
Like I would actually
But-
rather them play.
That's kind of a Mickey Mouse.
That is the most Mickey-
Bro, look at our record against teams outside. Look at our record in the teams 20 and below. Our record, like we have a sub 500 record. On
Yeah, I
teams
don't know
20
how to
and
check
below.
that. but
Yeah, that's a.
guess I'll
They
take your
talk
word
about it
for
all. They talk about it all the time on the broadcast. Like when we were playing, like when we like watch when we play Anaheim.
Saying that.
When we play Anaheim tonight on Saturday on Sportsnet, they're gonna be like, the Leafs have an 8-10-3 record against teams with a sub 400 or sub 500 win percentage this season.
Good for you guys.
Ah man. So I'm seeing Toronto wild card. I'm seeing, despite that schedule, I'm still seeing Tampa.
I think
struggling.
Tampa's.
You think they're a lock?
That's
Lock?
And then I think for the Metro, I think
On-
Philly's gonna miss still. I
Yeah,
think
Philly.
New Jersey and the Islanders come in.
You think? Okay. I can see that.
I think the last wild card will come down to, in my opinion, Tampa and New Jersey.
New Jersey's interesting because honestly, I think one trade for a goalie
And they're like
and
right
they're
there.
not even wild card. I think they're
I know.
in. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see what happens.
All right, let's go to the West.
I
Here
think
we go.
Islanders missed the playoffs.
They're a wagon. They look so good with Wah.
What is their record though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, but Lampert's was
Like
an
5 and
awful
5?
coach. Lampert was a horrible coach.
Raw
Raw,
is
it's still
not
not
that
very good.
good.
Raw. On to
I think the
You
three
right
on
there.
each teams are staying.
Dallas is a wagon, yo.
Dallas.
Dallas
I think
is a
they're a bit
wagon.
fraudulent, but that's
D-
okay.
Dallas, Winnipeg, Colorado. Like that's. I actually don't know who's gonna be 1, who's gonna be 3, but I know it'll be those
I
3.
think
That's-
Dallas is one.
I'm
They've been
saying
playing so well, even like without Robertson having to do like
His
Yeah.
stats are underrated, bro. I was
Yeah,
looking
he's
at him,
been-
he's
he's-
like 18 and 36.
he's picking it up now, but like look how good they are without him being the number 1.
Yeah,
I still think it's Winnipeg in that.
They're getting that depth scoring from Duchesne, Sagan.
I think I think Colorado. Okay, 6. So we all think someone different is gonna win it. You say Dallas, I say Colorado, you say Winnipeg.
Yeah,
And then in the Pacific,
Vancouver.
I think it'll go Vancouver and then Edmonton, then Vegas will be the 1, 2, 3.
I agree. Yeah.
Edmonton, Vegas first round
I was-
series. That would be.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
And then for
It's kind of that's
wild
kinda
card,
boring, but
I think
wild
the
card's
Kings
interesting
will
here.
stay. I do think the Kings will stay
Yeah.
there.
You
Like
think?
they're too good to fall
Yeah,
out. They're so far and away the best team there.
Mm.
Yo, whoever comes first in the West, is winning the first round. Like they're probably gonna fucking sweep.
I'm thinking.
Don't say it.
Ah,
Don't say it.
I was gonna say.
I say Calgary.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think
That's a
it's
good.
gonna be.
That's a good take.
Nashville.
He's
I was gonna say Arizona.
Yeah,
Oh
how
my
did you not
God.
see that coming, bro?
Arizona, they're so far
That's
back.
not gonna happen though. So
They're
I'm
8
gonna
points
say
back.
I think Calgary. I agree Calgary.
I think Calgary's the one that stands out amongst those
Although,
teams.
to
Like,
me,
Nashville's shit, Minnesota's shit.
I'm not as confident in LA as you. I think there's a chance.
I don't think so.
They're tied with St.
You guys
Louis.
don't believe in the Blues at all?
I do.
No.
I do. I think.
I think the
I think
Kings
it'll
and
be
Blues will stay there.
I think St. Louis is more guaranteed than the Kings.
Nashville's dog shit.
I don't think Nashville's gonna do
I
it.
think it'll come down to Calgary, St. Louis, but I think Calgary will get it.
I'm going
With
Calgary,
confidence
LA.
saying Calgary
That's
will get
who
it.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know if they.
Or
It's all
Minnesota.
about the trade deadline, yo. 'Cause it looks
Minnesota.
like
Yeah.
they want to trade a lot of players now.
Mhm.
That's a really interesting wild card race.
Okay, actually, I take back what I said about getting rid of your Calgary players. I actually think they're going to be in it to the end. So I would
Oh,
say,
okay, okay.
I would say hold. I would say hold or maybe even buy like Sharon Golish Coleman. I think they'll be big players down the stretch for the
Yeah,
Calgary. So I like them as possible buys for fantasy.
What's there? Yeah.
That's about it.
I mean, Minnesota making like Minnesota
They're
3 points
just,
out.
they don't move me at all.
They don't move
There's
you?
nothing good about them.
I know they have Kaprizov and that's like it.
Kaprizov, yeah.
Yeah.
Seattle?
No,
No, you don't think so? They went on a heater early to see if they repeat that.
Yeah, but it's hard to do that.
True.
And it's like it's hard to go win 7 of 8.
Yeah, true. That's probably the most interesting race we're gonna see. That's a lot.
Yeah, but it's a lot of mid teams.
It's a lot of mid teams. I kind of like that though. There's more
All to just get butt fucked by the Canucks in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, the Canucks are a wagon.
They're
Yeah.
so good, bro.
I can't wait. Or a Canadian team better win this year.
I know.
Batman won't let it happen, but I can hope.
God damn it. Yeah, I don't think the Canadian team's gonna win this year.
No,
I think it could.
I think so. I think it's
They
another year.
could. But
I
this is
think it'd be
Canada.
I think Edmonton or Vancouver.
I have
would be
no
able to
hope
do it.
left at this point.
I'd say Edmonton and Vancouver would be the either
Yeah.
ones to do it.
Yeah.
I like Toronto's one.
No, I just want to
I
Toronto.
mean,
win.
maybe.
Fine.
I mean, if
It's like-
Toronto gets hot like Florida did, I could see it.
This
I
is
don't
the
even
best
see. They don't
work
even have
that-
any character like Florida did. Like who would they?
Hey, maybe they do now, bro.
With
who?
After that Riley incident.
No.
Krieg, bro.
No.
Build
Bro,
some
getting
character.
suspended does not mean character.
I feel like
You guys
if
had that
anyone
with
got character
Kadri.
from that. That was the Sanders getting character from that. Like
Yeah. You got
That fired
Kadri,
them up.
look what he did with his
Yeah.
character in the playoffs. But yeah, I think Edmonton could do it.
yeah.
Like Winnipeg, this is the best they're playing with the best goaltending they could ever get. And
I-
they're not like super good.
I think Hellebuck could carry them. We've seen it before. Like with
But he's already carrying them right now. Like a lot of the teams that like go in the playoffs and then just go on a tear, their goalies have been like average and then they just like step it up like
Yeah,
crazy.
true. It's hard when your goalie's already carrying you, and that's why you're good. It's
Yeah.
hard to rely on them to just continue to do that.
He's-
Although that
he's
is how
different
you
though.
win in the playoffs. Good goalie in the power play, and you win in the playoffs.
He's different. That Hellebuck's.
Yeah.
Like that's what Tampa Bay did. Tampa Bay just had an otherworldly power play, and Vasilevsky stealing every game.
Florida, they were like, okay, Lyon came in, pushed them to the playoffs, and then Bobrovsky just
went
out of
nuclear
this
in the
world.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Montreal, they were shit. And Carey Price was Carey Price. Who else was in the? I mean, Colorado.
Kemper
They
had a
were-
really good playoff.
Yeah, kept running good playoffs. But
AD
they were
Hill
also
last
just,
year.
like,
Bennington when they
Yeah.
were
Yeah, Bennington. Yes,
it's those goalies, man.
it
You
is.
need them.
Fleury and Smith
I'm
or Fleury and Murray. I mean, for Pittsburgh,
thinking Samsonov making a run.
that'd be Wall. It'd be Wall.
Yeah,
Dennis
yeah,
Hilda.
Martin
Yeah,
Jones.
they still do it.
Martin Jones.
Martin Jones. Oh man, we're cooked.
Well said. All right. Any other final thoughts here, boys? Or
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
You guys have anything to say?
I don't really have anything. I don't think so. Hopefully we get some trades coming soon.
Yeah,
Discuss
I
next
agree.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a, well, you guys will see us on Friday. So, have a good weekend.
have a nice
Enjoy
weekend.
Saturday night, hockey night in Canada. And always feel free to reach out to us on Instagram. We post daily on Instagram. We'll be answering all our comments, or feel free to DM us.
Tell us how bad our takes are.
Yes, let us know if you guys have any questions you want to answer on the podcast. Feel free to reach out. We'll add them. And yeah, thank you guys for listening to this one, and we'll catch you the next time we drop the puck. Have a good one, everybody.